Let's do this! I am dangerous!
The Disney Plus Hulu Max Bundle. Plans starting at $16.99 a month.
Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Brennan Dennis, and welcome to Zark Daily News. Now let's take a look at our headlines. The U.S.-China trade war is finally reaching a negotiation. For context, the U.S.-China trade war is a very complex economic conflict that's been going on since 2018. It continues to escalate, fueled by long-standing grievances between the world's two biggest economies. The dispute has intensified, sweeping new tariffs and non-tariff barriers from both sides, including U.S. measures under the International Emergency Economic Powers Act and Chinese export controls on critical materials. We will track the latest developments on this period of intense tariff increases and its new negotiated truce, which we will get to see here live on Zarp News. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Zarp News. And after the recent events of the China-U.S. trade war, President Donald J. Trump and President Xi Jinping will come negotiate as we get to watch. But first, a very special interview with Confucius, the famous Chinese philosopher from 551 BC. He's come back to life to give us some economic context and to help us understand this negotiation we're going to see here live even better. So, Mr. Confucius, how are you today?
I'm actually doing good. Thank you.
That's great to hear. So, do you mind telling us a bit about the pretense of this heated trade war? I mean, we're all really begging to know.
Oh, very certainly. The trade war has stemmed from long-standing economic grievances and strategic competition between the two largest economies in the world. The trade conflict is primarily driven by the United States' desire to reduce its large trade deficit with China and address allegations of intellectual property debt and foreign technology transfer. Where was I again? Perceived unfair market access and a broader geopolitical strategy to protect China's rising economic power. However, you
do not get that, Confucius?
No! No! No!
Thank you, Confucius. That was really helpful. We're coming live to the scene where the negotiation is taking place, filmed on a flip phone.
Well, Mr. President, howdy. I think we both know why we're here. We need a great deal. A deal that's fair to American workers. Yep.
What?
Hi, I'm the President of China. Xing Jinping. The sentiment is mutual. I feel that we could have some changes.
Lovely face.
Okay. We've been taken advantage of for too long. We need
and turn notifications on.
Immediately stopped forced technology transfer. We know it happens.
China respects. China respects. We are constantly strengthening our laws in this area. But you must understand our perspective. Yep. Your country's actions are a direct challenge to our sovereignty and our future economic growth. You're prepared to make concessions, but they must be balanced.
Look, I want y'all to commit a healthy Italy. What the fuck is minus 20 lines? And eliminating exports control on rare earth elements.
Sure. In return, the United States will reduce tariffs on Chinese imports, opposed to current fentanyl flows by 10%. Effective November 10, 2025, while also extending the current suspension of heightened reciprocal tariff and certain Section 301 exclusions until November 6 from 7, 2026. Furthermore, U.S. will implement a one-year suspension beginning on the same date of new enemy user controls rule side and the responsive actions taken pursuant to the Section 301 investigation on China's maritime and shipbuilding sectors.
Wow, this sucks.
Wow, what an agreement. The negotiation moved past initial conflicts and hostility to establish a framework for a deal focusing on structural economic changes and immediately de-escalation of these hostile measures. It's amazing. Now, while this was only a short, quick version of this whole unit that's going on, we've been covering these news daily for the last 20 years. So if you want to go back and watch our catalog of 9-hour videos for the last 10 years, be free to be my guest. Anyway, with that, we're going to move on to our next subject. Kids in Australia getting kicked off of Meta because they now know your age. And isn't that impressive? Next on Zarep News. Here's a timeline for like 30 seconds because I didn't feel like I did a good enough job explaining anything. So, yep. There's not really an excuse. I just suck at writing. It's pretty much all the info you need to know though. So, yeah, give me 100. Trust.
Chicken.
Wait, I just hit the jackpot! Hey, 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 hey!
May 30th, 2005. It was supposed to be the final night of a celebratory graduation trip for Mountain Brook High School, but for Natalie Holloway, it was the start of a nearly 20-year-long mystery. I'm joined today by the lead team who investigated this case. Investigator, set the scene for us at Carlos and Charlie's.
The atmosphere was high energy. Natalie was seen leaving the club around 1:30 a.m. She got into a silver Honda with 3 young men, Joran Balan, Teres Blut, and brothers Deepak and Satish Kalpov. By 8:30 a.m., she was missing. Her bags were packed for her flight home. Her passport was in the room, but Natalie was gone.
What were immediate red flags?
The inconsistency. When first questioned, the suspects claimed they drove her at the hotel. Later, they changed their story to dropping her off at a beach. In a missing persons case, the first 48 hours are critical, and the shifting stories by the suspects cost us valuable time.
Let's look at the suspects. Counselor, what's the motive and opportunity here?
The opportunity was absolute. These three men were the last ones seen with her. They had a vehicle and local knowledge of the island's blind spots. As for motive, for years we could only speculate on a predatory motive or a tragic accident. However, we now know from the 2023 confession that Joran acted out of rage when Natalie rejected his advances.
And ability?
Vander's Blood was an athlete. He was physically capable of overpowering her. Furthermore, his father was a prominent legal figure on the island, which many believe gave Joran the ability to navigate the legal system and avoid a carry charge.
This is a forensic science class, so let's talk about evidence. Why is this so hard to solve?
This is a classic no body case. Without a body, We don't have a crime scene. We used forensic hair analysis on a duct tape roll found near a beach, but it didn't match anatomy. We used luminal in the suspect's car to look for blood, but the results were inconclusive because the car had been detailed.
Were any experts brought in?
Yes, the FBI and Dutch authorities used ground-penetrating radar to search under concrete slabs and specialized divers to search the ocean floor. We even used satellite imagery. The biggest forensic hurdle was an urban environment. Saltwater and shifting sand destroying DNA and biological evidence very quickly.
For 18 years, the case that cold, what changed?
Duran Vandersloot was eventually convicted of a different murder in Peru. While serving that sentence, he was extradited to the United States for extorting Natalie's mother. As part of a 2023 plea deal, he finally confessed. He admitted to killing her on the beach with a cinder block and disposing of her body in the water.
Does the group feel justice was served?
Legally, yes. He is behind bars, but forensically, the fact that her remains were never disposed remains a burden for the family.
Final vote, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty, the timeline never lies.
Guilty, his confession fills the holes that the lack of DNA left behind.
Guilty, he admitted it himself.
Yes, sir. Showed you part of school today. Sorry, I really am. I'm very disappointed. But as long as you're safe. Thanks, Dad. One more thing. Yes, Dad? It's you! Well, yeah, why are you doing this? So, you see, if he called me out, go to the car and be please, but what is you like teenage girls. When you say teenage, how are you talking? Girls who are teenagers.
No, I am Steve. I'm looking for Fifi.
And I'm not shoving it aside, like it don't mean anything. I know it's important. I do, I honestly do. What are we talking about? Practice, man? What are we talking about?
Oh, obrigado, Fred, por ter salvo a cidade e os caralho.
Oh, what's my opinions on Grayson? Grayson Owens? Oh, dude, he's the best president ever. Like, he cured cancer yesterday. Did y'all see that? You could never catch me voting for Davis Kelly. In fact, I heard he was on the files. I'm not voting for that guy. My vote goes with Grayson Owens.
Hamburger, 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 hamburger.
And hit us, put the weather machine on 7. We are all about to die.
Ooh, why you hating on my energy? I don't think you wanna be my enemy. I pop out, fake a wild social celebrity. Too busy winning, I forgot that I got
The disasters are silent.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh. I say probably Lil Nas X.
What? Yeah.
I'm not asking you to vote for a politician. I'm asking you to vote for a plan that puts your career, your life, and your family's life first. Let's stop talking and let's start doing. Thank you.
So the first theory is that the World Trade Center did not actually collapse because the trains hit it.
What? Trains?
Dear citizens of America, I'm here today to create a better America. As a candidate for president, I ask for support of all Americans who share my love and beliefs for this country. Education in America is severely lacking. We are forcing students to sit in classes that do not prepare them for their own future. The education system is not set up for students to become successful. Under my administration, I will change the system to be a career-based to allow more open and more free opportunities.
Hey, excellent work. Thank you. Thank you.
The mental health crisis of this country is at an all-time high. Under my administration, I will make healthcare more accessible.
Hey, are you doing okay? Yeah, you? I'm doing pretty good. That's good. Mental health always matters. Not to just me, but to you, but to all of these people. What's up?
We only get one planet, and ours is wasting away. We're going to get serious about the environment and how to take better care of it. The use of AI is causing our planet to deteriorate, and we're treating our planet like we have another.
It's vegan because it's strawberry milk and not like cow milk, you know what I mean?
Technology is a huge part of the 21st century, and we are going to learn how to use it without ruining our planet.
Fantastic on your work. Thank you. So here is a new 2097 Chromebook. Thank you. I'm so glad the technology is great here. Of course. Thank you.
I'm not asking you to vote for a politician. I'm asking you to vote for a plan that puts your career, your life, and your family's life first. Let's stop talking and let's start doing. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Mr. Frog and I approve this message.
Best message ever.
Hola, me llamo Confucius, and I approve this.
Alright. Alright. Let's get this project over with. You and I both know why we're here. So without further ado, let's get into the questions. Okay, question 1. How did Alina High School prepare me for my future? I guess all the scholarship things that were like constantly getting sent out by you guys, but you know, I haven't really opened one of those. But it's the thought that counts, right? Question 2. What's one thing Helena High School could do better? Alright, I bet you haven't heard this one yet. For the love, could you guys please put something worth stopping for and looking up on those TVs? They're pointless. The TVs are pointless. Please put something useful on them. Or, well, not even useful. At least something cool. Like the lunch menu, fine. Events, sure. But also, random crap you have on your TV, take that off and put it out with stuff that people actually look up for and, like, will look forward to every day. Not some stupid Helena crap, but nobody cares about this town. I'm not gonna fry with you. Nobody cares. Put some cool stuff up there or something. I don't know what you would put on TVs. I mean, I have a few suggestions here, but they're all kind of boring. So, I mean, we could talk about that, but we couldn't. But you said constructive, so I'll give you some ideas. Like some like art stuff from the art show, or photography, or like stuff from the yearbook. Even though I'm like 99% sure that class does nothing. I can't name one thing they've done. But, you know, something where I would look up and I'd be like, oh, that's cool. Like, the only time I've ever looked up at the TV was to make fun of what's on the TV. And you have like 18 of them in the school. Use them for something. Or just get rid of them. Like, wow. Okay, I got a little passionate there, but moving on.
Question 3. Specific plans after graduation for 5 and 10 years.
I don't really got anything to tell you. I haven't thought more than like 5 months ahead. I'm not gonna lie. But that's just the type of person I am. I don't really think ahead. I just like go and then figure out once I get there. But I do need to tell you something for the 5 and 10 year goals. So I guess the goals like don't die. Don't be dead, you know? I guess. That's kind of the best you're gonna get here. So okay. Question 4. Advice for freshmen. I can do this. Alright, motivational time on. Branch out. Do not be afraid to express yourself. As someone who was bullied for years, when I finally got over my worry and started expressing myself, and I was all happy, yeah, that's the happiest I've ever been. I'll tell you what, if I hadn't started expressing myself, you wouldn't be watching this video right now. You'd actually be watching me present a slideshow. A boring slideshow, just like everybody else. But no. I found out I like making videos. So, you get to see this video on your screen right now. Now, that's my corny advice, you know, the be yourself. But hey, I mean, it's true. Alright, it's time to convince you for 100. So, you could give me less than 100, or you could think back on how creative I've been in this video, and the attire that, assumingly, is very fancy. I also think I deserve 100. Also, unrelated, I really want to know what the craziest thing you guys have seen today is, like for presentation-wise. Like, I saw song on there in the suggestion stuff. If someone sang a song, I want to know. That's crazy. I just want to know what the most creative thing is because I think that's cool to know. Anyway, I wrote a script for this, so that's 100 worthy already. See ya.
Oh yeah, looking good.
Luigi, I just want to touch you all over your manly chest. Want to bury my face in your breast. Luigi, you're so freaking sexy. And you've got me in a trance, so Bowser doesn't stand a chance. Go save the day.
He did it. He beat him, and he had won the game, and he got the grand star and stuff. Good work, Luigi. I knew you could do it.
Hola, me llamo Confucius, and I approve this.